الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. So just a quick hadith, and then I'll give a little bit of information. Maymuna bin Sa'd radiallahu anha asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "O Prophet, inform us about Bayt al-Maqdis." He said, "Visit it for prayer." She further asked, "If one of us cannot visit it, what should we do?" He said, "If you cannot go for prayer, then send some oil to be used in its lamps. Whosoever gives oil for its lamps will be as if he has prayed in it." It's Imam Ahmad. So here is a hadith. The Prophet ﷺ is reminding us of the importance in our tradition of Masjid al-Aqsa. He encourages us to visit there to pray, but if you cannot, then you should send some oil to be used in its lamps. Because if you give the oil for its lamps, it's as if you have prayed in it. We know Bayt al-Maqdis was the first Qibla, and that it is one of the three masajid that if you pray there, you get extra reward and the prayers count multiple times than praying in any other masajid or anywhere else. We know that the Masjid al-Aqsa right now is under even more restriction than it has been in the past. So not many people can go there. So if you have the opportunity, please try to do so, because again, this is an important mosque in our tradition, and it belongs to us, and so we should try to go there as often as possible. Alhamdulillah, I just got back from a medical trip that was actually to Ramallah through the organization Heal Palestine, and I'm just sharing this information with you as encouragement that there are many organizations still trying to help as best as possible. Heal Palestine focuses on helping children in the West Bank and in Gaza. It was a group of about 10 people, nurses, physicians. The physicians were from the US, some of them with Arabic background, and some of the team members had no Arabic background and were non-Muslims as well. The organization Heal Palestine is a non-profit. They do a great job. They've been sending medical teams in the past, even with their original organization, PCRF, Palestine Children Relief Fund, which over the last 20, 30 years has helped thousands of children in Palestine getting medical care, both there and even bringing them here to get care that's not available. The team was focusing on pediatric cardiac catheterization procedures. So now there are children that live much longer because of the advances of heart surgery. And many of them have complications, especially with valves. And now the technology is available that valves can be replaced via catheterization. So it doesn't necessarily need open heart surgery. It can be done via catheter procedure, like for an adult that has myocardial infarction and gets a stent. And also some holes that children are born with can now also be closed with devices, again avoiding the need for open heart surgery. The recovery time is much easier and the complications are much less. So the way the situation is now, medical teams are not allowed to fly through Tel Aviv anymore. They have to go into Palestine through other crossings. And so we had to fly into Jordan, into Amman, and then cross over the border by ground, by car and by bus. It's much more tedious, it's much more difficult. It adds lots of hours and extra days to the travel, but the situation now is not allowing medical teams again to enter through Tel Aviv. And many challenges just before we were about to cross the border in Jordan. There was a shooting at that particular bridge, and 2 Israeli soldiers were killed, and so they shut the crossing down, and it was closed. It wasn't opened. So we had to delay travel into Ramallah for a couple of days, and we went through the Jordanian crossing, and then we're on our way to the Israeli side, and we found out that it was shut down again. It was not open. So we had to go back into Jordan and 2-hour drive to another crossing to be able to get through. You always go through different challenges when you get to the border and the passport control. Some of the team members were detained for 3 to 4 hours with questioning and interrogation. And our equipment was not allowed to go through. They said we didn't have the proper documentation, but alhamdulillah, we're able to get the most important pieces with us so that we're able to do the procedures once we got to Ramallah. But we had to leave the equipment at the customs passport control with the hope that we could get it on the way back out. So in Ramallah, which many of you may know that it's essentially the non-official capital of the West Bank. So it's actually quite safe. People are living as best as they can. The hospital that we went to is a children's hospital, part of a medical complex that was funded by PCRF and built by them. And it's quite well equipped, quite well staffed. Many of the nurses and physicians have lots of experience with pediatric heart surgery and pediatric heart procedures. Many of them actually trained at the Magdi Yaqub Center in Aswan to get extra experience, which is a big center in Egypt that has lots of experience with Dr. Magdi Yaqub and his team. So we were able to complete 9 of the 11 procedures that we were supposed to do. Alhamdulillah, some minor complications, but all the patients were doing well. Some of them are older patients in their 30s and 40s even, because like I said, patients with congenital heart disease are living much older nowadays, and so as they get older, they have more complications. And those were some of the patients that needed their valves replaced. While we were there, one night we were coming back late, and there was some commotion in the emergency department, and one of the team members, I didn't see this, said there was some blood on the ground, and the Palestinians told us that it was a shaheed, someone that had been killed by one of the settlers. So around Ramallah, the outskirts, there are lots of settlements from the Israelis. Ramallah proper, again, is relatively safe, but in the outskirts, there are periodic episodes of violence and interactions with the Israelis and the Palestinians. Many of the people in Ramallah are not allowed to go to Masjid al-Aqsa. So some of them have been living there for 40, 50 years, and they have never gone to Masjid al-Aqsa, even though it's only maybe 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers away, because they're not allowed to, because of their citizenship in Palestine and in Ramallah. Some are allowed, and they are able to go, but again, there's also checkpoints and crossings that the passport and military Israelis scrutinize you, check your papers, and let you through or not let you through. So one night, alhamdulillah, we were able to go. The person that arranged the trip for us from the organization, again, she's never gone. So it felt difficult that she's the one arranging it for us to go, and has never been able to go to Masjid al-Aqsa. So we went to the first checkpoint and we were not allowed through. One of our team members was Palestinian American, and they refused to let her go through, even though she also has an American passport. So we went to another checkpoint crossing, Kalandia, which is huge and allows cars as well as people walking. So many of the Palestinians, they have to do this every day to go to work. Many of the staff in the hospital would sometimes say there are days when we just don't get through, or it takes us hours to actually get to work. So they're living under obviously very difficult situations, and we just got a glimpse of that. So alhamdulillah, we were able to get through, and we took the public transportation to Al-Aqsa. I have been there before, alhamdulillah, but it's now much different. It's much emptier. The old city hardly has any people in it. Typically it's full of tourists. There were hardly any tourists, if any. The most people walking around were either Arab, Palestinians, and the Jewish people. We did see one person that we guessed was a settler. He was wearing a white shirt and black pants and the yarmulke, and so he was a civilian, but he had a big machine gun, and he's walking around Al-Aqsa. So we guessed that this is probably a settler. Alhamdulillah, we're able to get through the checkpoint to get into Al-Aqsa, and we're able to pray Isha, Jama'ah. The masjid itself is not very crowded. Again, much less people than before because of all the restrictions and people not being allowed to enter. Also, they closed the masjid very quickly now. So right after Isha, within 15 minutes, everything was closing. So we did not have time to go to the Masjid Qubbat al-Sakhr, the Dome of the Rock, where the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ went up to Allah on the Isra wal Mi'raj night. So this is just a glimpse of some of the challenges that people are facing there. Even the old city itself, lots of the stores were shut down. And we asked them, is this because of the law that you're not allowed to? And they said no, but there's just no people, so there's no point for us to stay open late. So the situation again is quite different. And then our way out, same challenges. Some people were detained, and we were not able to get the equipment, unfortunately, to take back. They said they had essentially confiscated it, which we didn't know. So hopefully there will be some way to take it again. So again, I'm just giving this information to encourage people to continue to make dua and support. Donate to organizations that you know are truly helping people in Palestine and Muslims around the world. And make dua for the people there who are living under very difficult situations. May the situation overall improve and hopefully the killing stop. Jazakumullah khair.